This podcast was originally live-streamed on the Non-Sequitur Show on YouTube. New episodes air weekdays, Monday through Friday, at 8 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/non-sequitur show. Make sure you never miss a live stream by visiting www.nonsecshow.com/schedule. For the latest news, polls and updates throughout the day, follow us on Twitter @nonsexshow or facebook.com/nonsexshow. That's NONSEQ show. If you'd like to get exclusive content, bi-weekly private hangouts with Kyle and Steve, backstage access to chat with guests after shows hosted on your channel and much more, become a Patreon saint of Non Sequitur. It ensures we continue to improve our show and brings you into the process at the same time. Visit patreon.com/nonsequitur today while the limited spots are still available.
The following podcast is intended for those who believe bold ideas are righteous, unique perspectives are gospel, and strong opinions are sacred. This is Non Sequitur. Never follow. And now, here are your hosts, Kyle Curtis and Steve McRae.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Non Sequitur. Okay. See, I've just got to where I wait on it now. It's a clear. I've accepted the no smooth start now. So, at least we got it under the belt now. We're good for the rest of the show.
Hi, welcome to Non Sequitur Show. I'm Steve, and this is my partner Kyle. There you go.
I even have wrote out over top of my, where my camera is, I came up with this really kind of cool thing that I wanted to stick where I'm like, I do the, kind of news anchor, hello YouTube, we need to have a discussion tonight about flat earth, but, do the tonight part and what follows it with whatever the subject matter is. And it's been up there for 2 weeks and I have yet to read it because I'm always doing the, we are live, right?
Yeah, well, we live. Yeah, what's
no,
that?
My producer's fault.
I hear my producer
That's
speaking.
my fault.
I love saying that though. My producer's telling me in my ear.
Yeah.
That's and by the way, the producer's in the middle this time. He's actually in the middle of us in the middle. Here.
Right. Guys, look out for that catch line because it is coming. It will make its debut and it will be glorious, but so far not so glorious. But
I think you're Silent Bob.
Yeah. Oh damn! You are.
He totally does. We can totally
Silent Bob and
off.
Gandalf. This is awesome. Actually, I got called Seth Green today. Did you see that? Somebody said that
I like Billy Connolly. I don't understand that.
You do look like Billy Connolly.
Oh God, what's wrong with you people?
You do look like Billy Connolly.
Why can't you say like Sean Connery or something? That'd be better.
I've gotten that one, and then the other one that it was a couple weeks ago. They said that I look like Brendan Fraser, which he's one of those that I don't know if that's a compliment or not because some days like the Mummy Brendan Fraser is awesome, but early Brendan Fraser not so much. So hopefully they saw the Mummy recently.
Oh, wait.
But
Frank, are you muted or can they hear you? Oh, okay. He is muted for reasons. Okay. Yeah. You can wave to everybody and let them know you're there. Okay.
Yeah. But tonight we are going to have a discussion about flat Earth, even though last time we said we would never do flat Earth again because Wotan, you you're cool, but you flat Earthers, man, you're vicious and you come out with daggers like after the show. And Steve and I were just like you, just like everybody else. We just sat and watched what happened with that last debate. We had no part in it. Why bring your hatred over here, Wotan?
I did not bring any vitriol or anything into that debate.
But we welcome it. We're actually having we actually pin the worst comments that we get to the top. So if you're interested in trying to make that list, we welcome that as well. We have a bit of a last minute switcheroo tonight on two fronts. I'm gonna let Steve kind of talk about why Reds couldn't be here, or if he can. I'm not sure if that's something that. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, no, I can. But it's okay.
I think that's an important thing to remember, and then that way we can remember, kind of Sean in our thoughts. So, Steve.
So basically, what we had planned originally was to have Rez Rhetoric, the leading flat Earth debunker on YouTube, and a friend of the Non-Sequitur Show, be a part of the conversation tonight and have a discussion with Wonton. Unfortunately, one of our mutual friends, Sean Huffer's father, had passed away, and he's helping him with various things, and so he has to obviously reschedule sometime. So we tried getting a substitute. The substitute we had, unfortunately, was here available about an hour ago or so, but then has fallen off the planet, which may mean that it is maybe flat because he's not here. So we had to get another substitute by somebody that I had talked to last night and asking for a substitute. And that, of course, is the wonderful Rumpus. So what has now come to fruition is that we're going to have the Rumpus and Wotan. By the way, that's how he wants to have his name expressed. Wotan.
Yeah, we apologize for saying Wonton this past
I still
week.
like Wonton, but Wotan sounds a little more proper. So I'm going to go with Wotan, although it does remind me of Voltron. But
see, there's another interesting aspect to this debate that we have not told you about yet, and up until this point, it hasn't hit me either. But I think it's something that at some point could be a bit of an interesting aspect to this show. So, in trying to find the sub, we added two names to the call that we thought were the guy, and still may be the guy. However, one of them obviously isn't. So at any point, we could have two additional people who answer our Skype call request and hear what's going on and may get really frightened. So we may have to be there for them. So if you hear sobbing in the background, at least you know probably where it's coming from.
Fair warning, right?
But you have your fair warning. So let me get through a couple of shows that we've got coming up, and then we'll get the discussion going right on. So tomorrow, we're actually having the Egyptologist, Dr. Maggie Bryson. She will be coming to talk about the secrets of the Sphinx and the Great Pyramids. I think we've touched on it briefly that I have a bit of a conspiracy theory-minded thought about those. And I don't usually think that way, but in this case, I do think that there's something more behind it. So I'm going to get those questions answered, hopefully, tomorrow. And bring your questions. You can leave those in the Discord or in the live chat. Friday is going to be a interesting show. And I don't know if you guys remember, but we had Rags on, who is a big gamer here on YouTube, over a 250,000 subs. Really cool guy. He doesn't know anything about the religion that is kind of getting prominent now, called the Black Hebrew Israelites. So we are going to be joined by a representative of the Black Hebrew Israelites, and we're going to let Rags come in to conduct an interview as somebody who doesn't know anything about that religion. So he'll be learning for the first time exactly what they believe, and in many aspects, I will be too, because I don't know that much.
Just as a minor point of clarification, he's not a Black Hebrew Israelite. He is a Hebrew Israelite that doesn't believe there's a distinction between Black Hebrew Israelites and Hebrew Israelites. Just as a point
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something called the 5%ers, which he'll get into, but it's a very small percent of this kind of already subgroup of a subgroup kind of thing. So
to clarify, though, so that I want to make sure that I'm right in this, Steve. There is a group of the Hebrew Israelites that call themselves the Black.
Yes.
That's not me.
No, there's Black Hebrew Israelites, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But he is not one of them. I mean, that's an important distinction.
Right. He doesn't identify with Black Hebrew Israelite.
Okay. Well,
he's a real nice guy. I mean, I'm telling you, it's very weird. Usually we get the lunatics, right? They have all these fringe things, but here's a guy that I think has a very fringe position, who's actually well-spoken, nice, and very friendly.
Yeah, it'll be a good, interesting show. I mean, especially for somebody who doesn't know much about what we'll get into that Friday, but there's a lot to kind of unpack there. So join us on Friday, and I'm going to leave it there for now. You can check out the rest of the schedule online at nonsec show .com/schedule or on the Discord server. And now let's get on with what shape the Earth is.
Yeah, let's dive right into this because I know Rumpus is in UK, so it's probably very late for him tonight. So we don't want to keep him up past his bedtime. So where do you guys want to start in this? I know that Wotan, you have a little few-minute presentation. So how about you just start us off with that, and then we'll allow Rumpus to do the same, and then you guys can have your discussion. Sound good?
Sure.
Awesome. Go for it. Take it away.
So what is simpler? That airplanes flying in opposite directions, both west and east, traveling at the same speed, both reach their destinations at the same time, is due to the fact because the air is somehow, some way traveling at the same speed as the Earth is moving, and then when the airplane takes off, it's automatically going at the same speed as the Earth? Or is it just simpler to say that the reason why both airplanes traveling in opposite directions that the Earth is spinning, the reason why they reach the destination at the same time, like from New York to LA or from LA to New York, the reason why there's very a negligible difference in the time is because the Earth is simply not moving. Also, how come when helicopters take off from the ground, the Earth doesn't spin underneath it? It's the same exact reason. What is easier to assume? That the Earth is spinning and then the air is spinning, and then when the helicopter takes off, the helicopter is also spinning? Or does Occam's razor simply tell you that the Earth is not spinning? And the reason why the helicopter doesn't, the Earth doesn't spin underneath it is just because the Earth is not moving. When I go outside and I don't feel anything spinning, the reason why I don't feel anything spinning is what you guys tell me, is that you don't feel speed. You only feel acceleration. Again, what is simpler? The fact that when I go outside and I don't feel anything spinning is because of the fact that I don't feel spin and the Earth is spinning and the air is spinning and we're going around the sun and the sun is going around the galaxy flying through the space at 1.5 million miles an hour. Or due to the fact that when I go outside and I don't feel anything spinning, it's because nothing is spinning. Occam's razor tell me that nothing is spinning. Bodies of water do not curve. Water is Bodies of water do not curve. Water is formless. Water is shapeless. It pools and does not have the bonds, the viscosity, the elasticity, or the ability to support shear stress. The body has to be contained and will take the shape of its container. If a body of water is at a declination at any point across its surface, the water flows, finding the least path of resistance to reach its lowest energetic state, where it will seek, find, and remain level. So I'm going to end this with a question. Do you have an experiment disproving all of everything that I just said and proving that water can conform to the exterior of a shape by gravity alone?
He's not angry at all.
Well, okay, well, Rumpus, get you up there.
Okay.
Start on that where you will.
Yes, okay. I was just making some notes there, sorry about the typing. Right. Basically, we have pictures of the Earth, of course, and we know it's round. We can also measure it's round. You can get a theodolite, get it over near some water, get the horizontal, see what the dip angle is to the horizon, and you yourself.
Well, no, I asked you if you have an experiment.
Yeah, well, hold on. I'm going.
Well, let him get through.
Well, I'm going to make several. You made several points, and I was going to go through some of them.
You got. Let him finish his thing there, like Wotan.
Wotan, it's early, man. Save that strength.
You're going to need it. Yeah.
Right. So yes, you can go out and establish that the Earth is spherical simply by going out with a theodolite and looking out over the sea and seeing there's a dip angle. And from that simple calculation, I think if you're an American, that's I think about $50 worth of renting that piece of equipment, a theodolite. It's about £30 in this country, in Britain. And you can work out the radius of the Earth. This is what was done in the 11th century by I think it was an Afghan who in Iran. He simply went to the top of a mountain and measured the dip angle. And from that, you can determine the radius of the Earth much more accurately than Eratosthenes did when he put out his sticks. So you can even yourself personally determine the radius of the Earth from your own experiment. Obviously, we have the pictures from every space agency in the world, ranging from NASA to the European Space Agency. And they've obviously got pictures of the Earth. You can see it's spherical. Obviously, just the fact that we have, if you've ever experienced a sunrise or a sunset, that's only possible on a spherical Earth, not possible on a flat Earth. And of course, on a flat Earth, the sun would have to change size as it moved around the Earth. It